this is just a powerful shout out and love to all of my subscribers who have subscribed to BABATV over the years. I just want to give you a powerful shout out. Continue to support your brother Baba, and I really appreciate y'all. And this is just a level of thanks and appreciation for supporting brother Baba every time fire. Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of BABATV, House of Consciousness, every time fire. Here with the scholar here today on 125th Street. Not a scholar, the scholar who has the people's minds literally in his hands today, and we are confident that he will do the right thing with our people in the mind. So with that being said, talk about the father of us all, and that is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger. We need to talk about him.
Peace, people. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad is our leader, teacher, and guide to we, the so-called Negro and the so-called Indian here in the wilderness of North America. As commissioned by the Son of Man, the great Mahdi, Master Farad Muhammad, who made himself known July 4th, 1930. The messenger is the Muhammad of the Quran and the Elijah of the Bible. He revealed to us three secrets, or three things that were kept secret for the past 6,000 years. And those three things were the knowledge of who the original man is, the knowledge of who the devil is, and the knowledge of who the true and living God is. All these other things already were known. But we had no knowledge of ourselves, we had no knowledge of who the true and living God is, and we had no knowledge of who the devil was. But now that all those things are made known, we were given an opportunity to wake up. The reason why he's our messenger is because everybody else had theirs. We had many great black men prior to him amongst our midst with great knowledge. But with all their greatness, they didn't have the solution. What he taught woke us up like that. When the devil looked around, he had 1 million niggas standing up with suits and bow ties. And that put fear in him. Because he seen the black man stop doing everything. He got off drugs, he got off hoeing. Those that was homos got off being homos. Those that was killers, murderers, bank robbers stopped doing what they was doing. No cigarette smoking, no hanging out late, no going to the movie, no spending no money with this nigga. No one else was able to do that like that to our people. And yet and still, we still don't acknowledge who he was. But if you go all over the world, everybody around the world acknowledge who he was.
With a third grade white man's education.
A third grade education turned the white man, made the white man submit. Said, look, the black man is God and you the devil. White man ain't never said, oh, Mr. Muhammad, you're a liar. Mr. Muhammad, that's theology. That's fiction. The white man said, yes, you're right, Mr. Muhammad.
He even offered money if you could just prove what he was saying.
He offered $10,000 for each word you could prove wrong out of his brother's vest pocket. That offer was printed in Hearst publications. But the sad part is that everything he taught, even on the Bible, when he broke the Bible down and explained who wrote the Bible, where it came from and what it really meant, the white man never said he was a liar. Only these niggas out here that's just waking up, that got a little bit of knowledge of something, is trying to debate this. You trying to tell Yaku's, the science of Yaku is fictitious. You done lost your damn mind. The white man, when the messenger broke that down, the white man took that science and ran with it and upgraded his genetics program, his cloning science. He upgraded all of that doing that. Then you got these brothers out here that's coming up with this UFO shit. All this UFO shit, and they copying it from the white man and don't really know shit about the shit, but turn around, ask the white man, where did he get his knowledge of UFOs from? Who educated the whole United States government on UFOs?
Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
The Honorable Elijah.
And you can go to the Freedom of Information Act right now and get the UFO sighting over California. And when the cracker was warned of this, he sent all of his military out to California. And there was 2 ships out there, the mothership and a scout ship. And his military air force fired 1,400 goddamn rounds at these 2 ships, and they didn't move. Let him hit him with everything he got and didn't budge him. And then when the messenger was sciencing on it, the feds came and grabbed the messenger. And when the messenger sat down and explained to them who built it, where it was built at, what is the purpose of it, what is it going to do, the cracker was amazed. Right now, he'll tell you about UFOs, but he'll never speak about the mothership. But if you go to the Freedom of Information Act, the mothership is under above top secret classification. So where's y'all getting all of this UFO shit from? Niggas is coming up with, the extraterrestrial means this and it means that. Yeah.
Extraterrestrial. That's what they be saying.
Nigga, you don't know who flying them ships.
What do you mean by the mothership?
The mothership is the main ship. It is a ship built a mile by a half mile. That's the dimensions of it. There is nothing on this planet flying that can fly that is a mile by a half mile. You know what kind of ship that is? They carry 1,500 scout planes, small baby planes. Each plane carried 2 bombs. Those bombs are designed never to hit water. They never touch water.
Now, have anybody ever seen the mothership?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Many sightings. The devil done seen it. The mothership makes an entrance into the planet Earth's rotation once to twice a year to take on oxygen and water. It has no mechanical parts, so you're not shutting and jamming nothing. It flies 202 million miles an hour outside the Earth's magnetic flux. The metals that it's made from, there are no more on the planet Earth. Where was it built at? Oh, in the island of Nippon. Today known as Japan. By the top black, brown, red, and yellow scientists of the planet. The children that fly them, because it's kids that fly them ships. That's why the messenger's pilot was a 16-year-old.
So the UFO thing, that's not true.
It's not. What's not true about it is that they're unknown. We know them.
Okay.
We know when it took flight. It left the planet Earth 1914. What great event happened in 1914? Known as what? The War of All Wars. Nation against nation. What was the prophecy in the Bible? It said, how will you know when the last days are here? Because nation will go against nation. Yeah. So everything in the prophecy is being fulfilled. But they say, oh, nah, the book ain't shit. Don't worry about the book. Don't read the book. We ain't into the Bible. No, you ain't into the Bible because you don't understand it. So since you don't understand the Bible, we ain't even going to go to the Quran because we know you ain't understanding that. But you should. Because they your book. You wrote the books. But you discredit what you wrote because the white man told you he wrote it. Peace. Everything you got, he say he did it, and you turn around and say fuck it. Not knowing that you going against your own self. How could he do anything? This nigga just got out the cage 2,000 years ago. Prior to that, he spent 4,000 years walking around on all fours, being civilized. This is why you're taught the devil must study 35 to 50 years before he's allowed to come amongst you. And then it's only to do trade. And then he's not to be trusted. Even after studying 35 to 50 years. Studying what? Civilization. Masonry was placed on him. Then he ain't to be trusted.
Right? You know, this is they talk about like the Gog and the Magog people, right? And the Quran mentions something about them. And it talks about them like how they'll come to the earth and devour the resources of the earth and cause bloodshed. Do you think you have knowledge of that?
That's of course that is.
I always thought that.
Who else is devouring all your resources?
Right, white folks, yeah.
Who's telling you that there's a food shortage?
Right.
When the planet been here taking care of everybody that's been on it since the planet been here.
No doubt. No doubt. I always thought that was pertaining to them. You know?
Well, I wish I was.
They try to tell you.
I wish I was natural Tahuti.
They try to tell you that the devil was a divine angel at one time.
Right.
The devil was a divine.
He was an angel of light.
Right.
A light bearer. This is where they start playing the bullshit about the Illuminati. That's bullshit.
Wait a minute.
Lucifer, the one they call, was a jinn. He was a jinn that was reared up amongst the angels.
Okay.
So he understood his own nature and the nature of the angels. But when man was brought before them, and they questioned the angels and they asked the angels, yo, tell me about man. Angels said, surely we can't do that. We ain't got no knowledge of that.
I gotta go.
You don't know where he getting it from.
Okay, hold on. That's not coming.
That's not. It's not coming from where?
Keep talking. Keep talking.
My brother, since you did, but you did it already.
Is it coming from? Is it coming from the Quran?
Of course it is.
Okay, go. Keep talking. Then I interrupted. I'm sorry. Keep talking. The angels.
When I start talking about jinn, you should automatically know that's coming from the Quran.
Just keep talking.
So now, when they asked the angels about man, they couldn't tell them nothing about man. Because it appeared that they preceded man. But that wasn't the case. It was just that the Creator kept man hidden. He taught and primed and pumped man for himself. And then when he brought man before them, he told man, he said, well, since they can't do that, tell them about themselves. So man named every damn thing. Every constellation, every angel, every planet, every atom, every molecule. Man named all of that. But this one dude that they call Iblis, which means one who rebels, he said, man, I'm not going down with that. Why should I bow down to him when I'm created of the smoke before the fire and he created of the mud of the earth?
Right.
He was looking at this.
Go ahead, keep talking.
And not looking at this.
Keep talking.
So now, to get you down from the place that you are, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, the fact that you disagree with mine, you got to go, nigga. Oh, but ho, respite me some time. He said, all right, I'm gonna give you some time. But when time is up, you got to go. Ain't no rebuttal, ain't no belief. Don't even apologize for the things that you've done. Because your time is up.
Oh, that is.
So it said, well, how do we know when he got here? When you go to the Bible says what? He says, and God created the world in what? 6 days. Now, then it says, and let us make a man in our image, in our likeness, and fashion him after ourselves. But we know that the Creator don't make anything. He creates. So now, who is this one in the Bible talking about let us make a man in our image?
Good question.
Now, that was Jacob, known as Yaakov, talking to his 59,999 followers that were dissatisfied with the way the original man was living. So Yaakov took them 59,999 followers plus himself, which made 60,000, to the islands of Pelon and Patmos. And on the islands of Pelon and Patmos, which is off in the Aegean Sea, he started the cloning process. Grafting. Unlike attract. Alike repel. That is the devil's philosophy. Because our philosophy is the opposite. Alike attract. And unalike repel. So he took the brown germ and mixed it with a weaker germ to produce this Caucasian.
And you getting now I just want to say this. This is the only thing I got to say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is the only thing I have to say. This is the only thing I got to say.
Not in front of you. There you go.
It sounds valid. He's speaking with authority, and it sounds valid. And there's, okay, I can't dispute it. I'm not going to dispute it. I'm not going to contradict it. But bear in mind, this revelation came thousands of years after the so-called Bible was. So what he's doing, whoever came up with the Quran, listen to me carefully. Who is to say that the Quran is the be-all and end-all? Who is to say that the Quran is the authority? That's all I'm saying. Because right now I could write a book, say the angel came to me and told me to write, even though they said that Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and however they said. Anyway, they said that he was illiterate, but an angel came before him and they told him to write.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay, now Elijah Muhammad, he
broke it down for the week.
You understand me? Now, we have an individual here now that's advocating for the authenticity and authority of Elijah Muhammad.
Honorable Elijah.
You hear that? Honorable. So, that sounds more emotional. That sounds more emotionally dictated. But you got the right. You got the right to like who you want to like.
Who do you like?
You understand me?
Who do you
That's
like?
the whole thing. Now,
Who do you like?
I like the truth.
Who is it?
What is it?
Now, but now listen. So I want the truth. But now, is it what is found in the Quran, which can be disputed, or what is found in the Bible, which can be disputed?
Well, how could you?
How do you know what you're saying is the
truth when you don't have no knowledge?
He has the truth, but you have the truth. He has the truth.
That's not my statement.
I didn't say that. All I said was that they can be disputed.
So then now, how do you know the truth?
They can be disputed.
How do you know?
But now, see, I'm not even gonna get into a debate with him about whether the Bible is authentic or whether the Quran. You know what I'm gonna do next week? Next week, I'm gonna write a Bible. I'm gonna write a gospel.
Do that.
And then I'll come back. Now, I'm gonna get some followers. Do you hear me? I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna say it's a holy book, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna let some followers come. Do you understand me? That's what I'm gonna do. I'll see y'all next week with a book that I claim to be the Bible, not the Bible, but I'm gonna call it. What can we call it? Give me a whole. I'll call it something. But I'm gonna get some fools. I'm gonna get some fools to follow me. Do you understand me? I'm gonna give him back the mic.
Don't run.
Yeah.
Hit the word.
Come on, man.
Hit the message.
I got to go steal something from these crackers.
Okay.
He keeping it real, baby.
Okay.
All right, my brother.
Well, like you were saying.
On that note, I will leave that alone. Back at the ranch. It's amazing how people will always
That's your man.
try to say something isn't the truth, but they don't have no knowledge about the truth. So how could you even talk about the truth?
Drop the ball.
This is where I get off that ride. If you don't know what the fuck you talking about, how are you gonna hold a conversation with somebody about what they talking about? Then you say all that you have to say, and then you step off.
Right.
You don't even want to be questioned.
Right.
And that's all right. That's your right.
Right. Well, that was doubt.
But see, Shabazz, I don't know if you caught this too, Shabazz. Right. But the first thing he stepped up when he came here, he said, "Who is that coming from?" He wanted you to say Elijah Muhammad. That's why I said it. Because any man that's telling you you are the man, that you are the father, that you are, you are the creator, you are the God, he don't want that type of teaching.
Right.
He'd rather, if it ain't coming out of the Quran or something by itself, he don't want to do nothing with that. But if Elijah Muhammad telling you you are the God, they don't want that type of teaching.
Had I have told him it was coming out the Quran, he would have denied it anyway.
That's true.
Because that's why I didn't give him anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pour water on sand.
You don't argue with the ignorant, man.
And you don't cast pearls before swine.
But his ass can't dispute the honor of Elijah Muhammad.
He can't tell you where he getting what he's saying coming out of his mouth right at the moment. Where's that coming from?
Right.
That's what, but all of that is an individual who wants to get a following.
Yeah.
You heard what he said? I'm going to get me some dummies to follow me.
Yeah.
Some fools.
That's what he about. And I ain't mad at him. Oh, I hope he can get all the ones he can get.
Some Me Too fools.
Because that's what Frankenstein did. When Dr. Frankenstein made Frankenstein, what did Frankenstein do? In the end, kill his ass.
Right.
Them very ones you thought was stupid are gonna wake up. And when they wake up and find out that you knew the truth and you fucked over them, they gonna wipe your ass out. The duty of a civilized man is to teach civilization to the uncivil. And if he failed to perform his duty, he'll be beat with many stripes. Brothers think that they gonna get away with this shit, but ain't nobody getting away. You better do your job, because unto whom much is given, much is required. So don't get in that position, and then when shit is being required, oh brother, I can't do that, I can't handle that shit, man. Nah, I ain't got time for that shit. No, then why the fuck is you in this position? You want to be the leader? You want to be the main one? Okay, these are the weights that are put on the back of the main one. Peace, Lord. That main one, this is the responsibility he has. He got a responsibility far beyond his family. He got a responsibility far beyond his likes. He gonna be called on to do things that he might not want to do.
He dropping some information. He dropping some knowledge.
But at the end of the day, either you gonna do your job, as the old folks say, you gonna shit or get off the pot. Ain't got nothing to do with what you like, dislike, what you want or don't want. If you're placed in that position, the Creator see something in you that's worthy of something. And when you put there, you asked to be there, and the weight start falling, don't be acting like you ain't, oh man, where's all this shit coming from? You thought getting the position was gonna be easy? You thought you was gonna have the world, and the world ain't gonna have you. You went to sleep. But again, At the end of the day, what was stated can't be disproven. Now, they might make you think that they down with what they said, as far as Elijah and all of that. But all you got to do is step back, like I told you yesterday, step back and wait and take a look. And you'll see for yourself. Peace.